Round two. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ah. Oh, let's set this up. And whilst I wait for people to join, I will talk through what we have done. So yellow is pretty much done. I do have to do a little bit of work with yellow. I will be laying it down at the end with a spoon. There's a couple of issues with the guide slot because I've done painting, which I'll fix that up. I know no one's in the chat yet. We'll wait till they get here. But let me just put you down for a tick whilst I run off and get a spoon. He shakes his head at me. Nothing. I don't think you guys can hear me. I'm just getting a spoon. Welcome to live round two. Has anyone joined us? Hey, we've got one person. We are back. So we're going to lay some more braid. I just went and got myself a spoon because I actually have to quickly fix yellow whilst we are waiting. And we can actually talk about yellow because I've been doing laps. Yes, we've been doing laps. Yeah, that works good. That pushes down nicely. Okay, let's get into it. 3 people. Hey, legend. Juggy boy. Hey. So I'll quickly give you guys an update. We did lay braid earlier, yellow. Please don't look at that join yet. We are still working with. You're going to come underneath with me. Let me just tilt this up. I went to the hardware shop. You probably can't see that. You're coming underneath the table. We went to the hardware shop and we got some staples. That's only temporary at the moment. We will fix that off properly. I went and got a staple gun because we are going to pull the braid through, staple it. Dougie boy. And we have been doing laps. So I have been testing the track. It's pretty cool. Let me just turn this TV down. For you that don't know, the footy's on TV. And it's not the footy you're thinking. It's Aussie rules. So I'm now going to run the green. I'm not going to put the braid through because I'm going to get the green and the orange done right now. So I'll film that. Very simple to run the braid. We'll just keep doing what I was doing earlier. Actually, I'm going to turn it this way so I can see the chat. Let me see the chat. There we go. All right, I'm going to keep running the green. Get these laid before we start wiring them up because I want to test all the lanes before I get all the power supplies in, just to make sure that they are going good. Welcome everyone, thank you for joining. There's 10 already. It is Anzac Day, so there's going to be a lot of Aussies out and about doing their thing. So I don't expect people to join like the earlier one, but we are, let me move this up. We are soldiering on. Soldiering on. So we have been testing the yellow line. It's pretty cool. It's challenging. The track is quick. The grip is good. The tyres can probably use a bit of licking, a bit of tape on them. But let me tell you, the track surface, I think it's a win. I ran a Magnet Carrera car in here. That did pretty well. Should I run a lap? Do you guys want to see a lap or do you want me to wait until I'm finished? If you are a member of the channel, they've already seen me running laps because I have been doing this most of the day. But I'm just going to lay the braid first and then worry about doing all the wiring last. Get them all to a point where I can cut the lengths. And then at the end, I'll start doing the filing down and all the important stuff. I just want to get this braid laid. Let's just get it done. So very simple to do. Someone actually messaged me before and said, oh, that looks a lot easier than doing the tape. Yeah, the tape's a lot harder than braid. Let me tell you now, running copper tape is a lot harder than running a good braid. And this is a really good quality braid. So let's just move those out of the way. If you've got a good quality braid with backing tape on it, it's simple. Very simple. Simple dimple. So let's just get this out of the way. Get rid of this tape trail. We'll just keep going. Oh, hold on. I haven't turned my camera on. What am I doing? Need to document all this. Otherwise it didn't happen. If I don't document it didn't happen. All right, Abby, we're recording. Let's keep going. So I just had Mel from the Melbourne AFX Club reach out to me. We do need to promote that. They've got on the 18th of May, they have got the Scout Hall in Vermont, I believe it was. There's a booking fee. I think it's $10 a head. It's only a fun day. It's nothing serious, no racing. I'm going to try and make it, but unfortunately, it's my son's birthday party on that day. So I will try and get there, but we need to support this. I will be at one of them. I'm definitely going to get involved with the Melbourne HO Club because I'm a big fan of HO, and I will try and bring a track from time to time. I'm actually going to build a proper track just so I can cart it around, and then we've got a really good one that we can sort of take to these kind of venues. So please, if you haven't, jump on the Facebook group. I think it was a Melbourne AFX Collectors Group or something similar. Mel's an absolute legend. He is the admin. He's the man behind it, trying to get it all up and going. I will host a race here one day. I just got to wait until the shed's done, and of course it'll be invite only. Because let me quickly read some comments. Any second thoughts on how best to terminate the braid? No, the braid's an easy thing, mate. I don't think you need to be a professional. I'll show you what I'm using. So once I'm finished with the braid underneath, I'll be using eyelet holes. So we'll be putting these, the braid goes in, that screws up. So any power that I need to connect to this will run its own eyelet hole back off it. So it's not that, I mean, look, this stuff is, I won't say it's easy, but if you make a mistake, you just go back and do it again. Even with the braid, we had a bit of a hiccup at the start because the gap for me wasn't big enough. It actually was big enough. It was me more than anything else. But you can just go and fix it. And after I finished the first live, I just went straight back into doing I went for lunch and then I came back and finished the braid, and I uploaded a video for the members of me doing some hot laps, which I shouldn't have done that because now I want to drive it now. I want to drive them all. All right, what's this soldier on? Let's get the braid done. Lay it out. But you're running the terminal, as long as you have enough braid left over that it's overhanging, and probably the spot where I've chosen isn't the best because I'm trying to tie it off and pull it towards itself. You can always alter it, you can cut the braid. There's a lot of stuff we can do. As long as there's enough overhang, not an issue. We'll figure that out. So I've already ran the Carrera power supply onto it. And again, if you are a member, you would have seen this. And that's how I was running this, because I connected the power supply with, I don't know if you can see this, with some alligator clips. And I could run wireless Carrera on it. Digital or analog, doesn't really matter because it's an analog track. So that's how I tested the lane, which I think we'll try, we'll get a test run before I go off the live. I'll show you the yellow lane. It's pretty cool. It's an interesting track. It's an interesting track. It's going to be a very fast track, so yeah, it's going to be a fast one. But don't worry, Johnny boy, Johnny D, you'll be able to have a shot of this, mate. We'll try and add the track to the calendar for both the clubs, and let's get everyone around and have some fun. So let's just get this going. I'm running the 14.V volt Carrera power supply. I had no real issues with power. It's not a very big track. It's only, I think it's 18 meters, I think. Right, I'll do that last. We'll do the spooning last. Let's turn you guys around. The power supplies are en route as well, so I'll be able to start looking at doing the controller ports. As soon as the power supplies get here, I'll start doing the controller ports, which is going to be a little bit tricky, but I've got a lot of help in the background. We run a male, ours a female, so we run a female plug from the controller, which is a bit weird because most of the plugins are the really nice ones. female. So yeah, we should be really running a male plug, I think, on our controllers, but we don't. I don't know why we don't do that. Johnny D could probably tell me. 26 in the chat. Don't push the cars too hard with no crash. Too late, buddy. Too late. We've had a couple of rollovers. The Revo slot's lost both its mirrors. We've had some fun, mate. I've been rip roaring around this track, and the grip's not too bad. I've got to admit, the grip is it's there. It's going to come good. It's going to come really good. Let me just quickly check the chat. There's a fair few people jumping in now. A little rough, but a staple gun underneath over the wire works. Treat it if you're... Yeah, correct. Well, that's... where am I? I had to go to the hardware shop before and grab a staple gun because I thought I had one, but when I left, obviously for Austria, we sold all my tools, so I didn't have all that. So we've got one now because this might not be the last track I make. Hint, hint, hint. Hint, hint, hint. And if you do want a track in Melbourne, Frank, let's just call it Frank's Tracks for now. He is getting in the position to name it, to name the business. So if you are interested, please get in touch with me. I'll give you his email. He's already been working on a couple of designs for some people. And of course, if they're successful, he gets to build them. And again, it is a flat pack style, so there's a lot of finishing off you need. If you are in Melbourne, we could work out something where if you don't want to run the braid, I can run all the sections for you, paint it, whatever's needed. It's not really that hard, if I'm honest. It's just more nerve-wracking because you guys are watching. Stop watching me. Ah, this is my favourite part. Under the bridge. Under the bridge. Under the bridge. So, if you are sitting on the fence about doing this, again, it is budget. Buying a routed track with no bells and whistles, it's not expensive. I highly recommend everyone do. This has been the most fun. Yes, I didn't have to build the tables. I was expecting to do that, but that job's already done for me. But it's been so much fun. I've been, hanging to come out here. These will fit in a two-car garage. This is a big track, so you can actually get a smaller version. You don't have to get this one. Yeah. All right, let me put you up on the bridge. Up on a bridge. Let's get this party started. What have I done here? I've tied us up. Get out of there. All right, we're going in. We're going in like Flynn. I think America is well and truly asleep right now, aren't they? America, maybe Europe. Yeah, I think Europe's asleep as well. So it must be just Aussies up at the moment. Aussies and New Zealanders. Let me get that up. So there is one issue I have found. I do have to get up to the floor. Is a big trip to the floor. Visit twice, being in both groups. Yes, definitely. It's going to be available for the crews to race on. It is a quick track though, John. Let me tell you, mate, it's a very quick track. So I don't know if a lot of people are going to find it too challenging, but I will demo a lap in a minute. But that was fun. What was I saying? So inside the slot itself, I do have to go through with a very, very carefully with a file and just drag it through because we've got paint in there. Because I had an issue with the slotted car, the one I brought back from America, the Nationals, that was skipping along. It wasn't really happy in the slot, but every other car was loving it. So I'll go through there and smooth that out. There is a couple of tricky spots on the track. It has got character. So there is some tricks and techniques, and I haven't wiped the track down. So once I wipe the track down, it will come good, but the traction out of the box, if you stick around to the end, I will run some laps. Once I've done the green, I'll give you some laps on the yellow, just as a bit of a bonus. Bit of a bonus viewing for you lot. Like I said, the members have already seen it. As soon as I got it going, I sent them a video straight away. I said, look at this! We did it! Whew. But it's been a day. All right. I can't wait to run green because it's dead center. We can really push the car. But yellow was pretty fun. I did run the track both ways as well, and that was interesting. Both heavily different tracks. heavily different tracks. It's amazing when you go the opposite way, how different the characteristics of the track and the car is. It's completely two different tracks. It's cool. So we will be having power supply that lets us run both ways. So then, and Dougie boy, if you're still there, I have reached out to Ian. We'll try and work on a single arm gantry if you guys are willing to jump on board for a little project. A little bit of promotional stuff for the old magnetic racing. 29 in the chat. Let me have a quick look. What's everyone saying? Hello, guys. Thanks, Wombat. Yes, mate, we are getting there. We're up to braiding. I've already done some test runs. I will do some test runs in a minute. Pick up the track from Melbourne or near shipping from further away. What do you mean by that, John? Pick up the track from... No. So, John, if there's enough people interested in the track designs, I might go and pick up a fair few of the designs myself from Sydney, well, New South Wales. I will bring them back. And if people want just the track itself, well, they can buy it through me, I guess, it's going to save you getting it from New South Wales. If people want it braided or whatever, I can do that. Obviously, everything's extra, but I know not everyone wants to do this, but I have the spare time to do it, and I have I can store some of the tracks here to help out if people want one in Melbourne. Also, if you are in Adelaide, I can bring enough tracks back with me. So if people want it from Adelaide, they're not going as far, or I can meet halfway, whatever it may be. Everything can be worked out. I want as many people to have a track as they can. And like I said, this is probably one of the biggest tracks off his designs. So you can get a smaller version. Ugh. Hello, Woz. Sir Poppy the Fat Cat, how did you get into slot cars? Welcome, Sir Poppy, and your sub. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. How did I get into slot cars? I don't think I ever got out of them, mate, but the traditional story goes most of us had either an AFX set when we were younger. I kind of did and didn't. My upbringing's a bit different to most, I won't lie. A lot of my stuff that I had, I don't have anymore. Long story, but we'll get into that one day. No, probably won't. It's not This Is Your Life. Look, I'm a huge RC car guy. I'm a huge die-cast car collector, but my passion is slot cars. And if even the vintage, I like collecting old stuff, retro vintage. So not that the models worried me back then, but if you are just getting into the hobby now and you're collecting die-cast cars or model cars, there is no reason for people not to get into slot cars because, A, if you don't want to drive them, they look incredible. Seriously, I should put a car on the track. They look incredible. If you do want to drive them, well, you're driving a model car. Now, I won't lie, I still collect. I don't collect as much RC anymore because it's very expensive, and I wish I could. I will dabble in it. I do collect die-cast cars, but only the stuff I really like, which is pretty much Porsche. I try and keep my Porsche collection going, but you can't beat this. You really can't. It's model cars racing around a track, and there's that many options now, plastic, wood, whatever you want, digital. Massive fan of digital. I think we all sleep on digital. And yes, John, if you are coming to the slot shed, we will have a digital club here. And John, you will be trying it, please. I guarantee you will love it. I'll give you a car to use. Just to introduce people to the digital world, it is incredible. Digital racing is it's the next level. It really is. I'm building a wood routed track with you right now, so of course I love the old stuff, but I don't think you can beat a digital race. And I will put my hat out and say that. I think changing lanes, racing each other, not just racing the time, because that's what you're pretty much doing with analog racing. You're racing laps. You're being as quick and as smooth as you can. It doesn't matter what the next guy next to you is doing because you're not really racing him. You're just going to lay down as many laps as you can over the heats and you'll win. It's consistency, it's smooth. Where digital, it's a proper race. You're just racing each other. Doesn't matter how many laps you've done. If you're not first, you're not first. You've got to be in front. Really cool. But you'll see a fair bit of digital content coming up. I've got to actually reach out to Carrera to get some more product so we can really start pushing it. 124 scale, I'm going to be pushing as much 124 Carrera as I can. I'm a big believer in 124 scale. Carrera cars run really good on this, and I'll show you at the end. I'll run a Revo, I'll run a Slotted, which you'll see the issues I have, and I'll run a Carrera, which, let me tell you, they hammer around this. I'll try and grab a Scalextric too. But of course, once the track's done, I'll do full reviews and all the rest of it on it. Wood v plastic. Give the viewer some stuff to look at, eh? But this won't be the last track. The next major track build we're going to do is the Scaled Auto. David, I think I said this in the first stream today. David is his company gets a lot of 16mm packing wood. I think they're about 2150 by 1340 or something similar. So that's going to be really good just for a base for me to put the plastic track on. So that's going to save me a lot of time, money, effort. So thank you, Dave. And whatever extra he has, I'm going to start lining the shed walls with. So we actually start closing in this shed so it's like a house. So when people come, it's comfortable. It's a big work in progress, but we're going to make this place epic. We're going to make it as good as we can. And it's all dedicated to the slot car world. You will see some RC cars on here. I might even try and put one around it today just to see how it performs. 128 scale. I'm a big fan of 128 scale RC racing. Mini Zeds, you know, drift track. So you might see some drifting on here with some RC cars. Why not? Let's have some fun with it. So it's, the braid is going down so good. So good. So almost. We're on the home straight here. Once we turn this bend, we're pretty much. And the surface come up good, so I can recommend, you know, the process that I've done, which is undercoat, so a sealant, an MDF sealant, which mine was a 3-in-1, so it had sealant, undercoat, and some wood protection in it. Also, I then did 2 coats of colour, which is this grey, just a wash and wear, water-based. 2 coats of that, and then we did 2 coats of Cobalt's satin clear coat, and that's what's going to give us our grip. And I'll tell you what, after I clean the track, because it's very dirty, and it starts rubbering in, which is going to be a beauty. Let me check the chat. I love Carrera Digital. Oh, yeah, Nath, it's awesome. Thanks for the really detailed explanation. Wish I could come, but it's a bit far from the UK. Mate, I wish I was there because you got the UK festival. Can I ask you, Sir Poppy, are you into slot cars? Can you answer that one? Because if you're not, I can send you somewhere in the next 2 weeks that you can have a really good taste of the slot car world, and you can meet a lot of good friends of mine in the UK, it's pretty much one of the biggest. I don't know if it is the biggest anymore because the IMD festival is pretty big now in Barcelona and Madrid. It's massive. So it will be one of the biggest. So let me see what John D said. I actually have about 10 Carrera Digital cars. Bought them. Well, good, because you can bring your own cars in. You can bring your own cars with you. So we're just running this as smooth as we can. The braid's going down good. And I just say give it a crack. Don't be afraid to have a shot at it. I mean, the hardest part is done, and that's the CNC. Like if you know how to use a CNC machine with CAD, well then you're already there. You just got to cut it and make sure your guide depths are fine, your recesses are the right depth, and that's why I go through Frank, because learning that is an art. Secondly, you're going to understand lane lengths, and I believe these are down to like the 5 mil, so he's got the lane lengths pretty much spot on. Again, with digital, you don't need to worry about lane lengths, which I do like that, because guess what? You can use all the lanes. You can be greedy and use them all. You can have them all. I'm starting, and unfortunately, I've got my exams coming up, but I've got a free-ish summer. So, if you can spare the weekend, it's a 2-day festival. Just Google the UK Slot Car Festival 2024. It's a big swap meet, but it's got a lot of tracks there. There's some racing there. A lot of the brands will take some of their, you'll see Scalextric there. I don't know if Carrera's going this year. I've got to reach out to Carrera UK, because that was a project I was working on with them last year to try and help them, but I haven't heard back for a while. So I'll reach out to Carrera UK and say, hey, you guys, you really need to set up a track there. You need to represent the brand. You're going to see a lot of cool stuff there, a lot of professionals, really good races there. Yeah, I wish I was there. If the flight was cheap enough, or if I got sponsored to go, you'd see me there in a heartbeat, because it's one of the best trips I've ever done. Slot car related, anyways. All right, so we're coming around the final bend. This is pretty much the last straight for the green. And thanks everyone for tuning in. I know it's a Anzac Day wherever you are around the world. It's Anzac Day for us. We're celebrating the diggers, Australia and New Zealand. That's what the Anzac stands for. World War I, World War II, and I believe it's really any war that we've been to. We're supporting the serving and, of course, the ones that we lost, which if you actually read into the Anzac story, there was a lot of young kids. I was listening to the dawn service this morning, the official dawn service from Melbourne, and you had 13-year-olds going to battle. They were lying about their age just to get on the battlefield to serve this wonderful country, and it's heartwarming. Would you see that these days with our TikTokers? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't, unfortunately. So I definitely went out there, stood in the cold for an hour, had my light on, watched the dawn service, and paid my respects. It's for servicemen as well. Being an ex-police officer, and I'm about to get one of my medals. We get medals in the police force as well. I've got a 10-year service one that I've got to pick up. And when you go to a service like that, you can actually wear them, because they're similar to the army. You wear them on your chest. So I kind of wish I had mine this morning, because I'd wear it very proud, being a personnel who has served before. But now I'm serving the slot car community. How life changes, eh? Going from carrying a firearm and protecting people to carrying a Carrera plunger. Oh, the colour shows up well. Thank you. Let me read the comments, because we're almost done one length of the green, or however you spell it. I think so. Hang on. Is it Scalatric? Come on, Brizinga UK. Don't pick on my language. Unfortunately, Scalatrix. And that's Scalatrix, it is. I don't think the lane lengths are that important. You're very right, Nath. 3 a.m. in Ohio, in the States. Go to sleep, Chris. What are you doing? The colour shows up really well. Thank you, mate. A routed wood track, that Scalatric cars run on very well. So, someone just said something. Lane lengths. I agree. When it comes to analog, a lot of people really complain, it's going to be even. I don't understand why people want even. I mean, I get it, but why do you want even lane lengths on an analog track? Because, again, you're not racing each other. You're racing your lane. You're trying to put down as many laps as you can on your lane, which you all will get a chance to use. So there's no unfair advantage. Yes, for that race there is, because there's always going to be a slower lane, but it doesn't matter, because you're all going to have a crack, which means it's an even playing field. So I agree. Lane lengths, to me, who cares? Who cares? Because you're all going to get a crack. I think I might reach out to Frank and see if he's happy. I want Frank to start doing some rally, so single lane wood routed tracks. Oh, hold on. Let's put that back up there, because I don't think I want to go that far yet. Let me just concentrate for a second, legends. I'm just going to put this tape back up, because I don't want to finish it flush yet, because I've still got to do some work underneath the table. But what we do want to do, we want to have enough overhang so we can finish the table. So just cut that from sticky tape. I reckon that's enough there. Cut it on the angle. Yeah. Well, sort of angle. These scissors are... Uh-oh. There we go. Boink. Okay, so that is done. We will finish that off properly at the end. Now it's time to run the inside lane. Let's go. Whoa. So I'll finish this green line, not much left to do, and then we'll do some hot laps with some of these cars. I'll get a little setup with the camera, and I'll use the yellow as a test bed. There is some power dropouts. That's more my controller. My wireless controllers are starting to get a little bit flat. So again, let's start about here. Some overhang. I'm going to cut this so we can actually... So I'm going to cut the braid tape just so we've got some tape still left on the braid itself. So I want to feed that through the hole. So how are we going there? Yeah, that's plenty. Yeah, that's plenty. Let's go. All right, let's finish off green and we can get stuck into some hot laps on yellow. And then I'll finish off orange and I'll have all the braiding done tonight, which means I can then do a full video tomorrow of testing the lanes proper. That's the next thing. Let me read some comments quickly. Looked at the festival and unfortunately it's a bit of a faraway place right before Mox, but there is a good looking starter set I might grab. So can I ask you what brand you are looking at? What space do you have at home? You can even have one lane 12 volts, one lane 12 volts, and just leave the volts the same race can help people learn. That's true, mate. Well, having the 3 power supplies, each person races each lane. Thank you for your service in the police. Cheers, Nathan. Cheers, mate. The colour shows up. Sir Poppy, can you let me know what set are you looking for? I'm guessing you're staying with, let me say it, Scalextric, not Tricks. I've been told, Porsche, Scalextric. Scalextric. Oh, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Here we go. Here we go. Tomorrow morning there'll be another video at Legends, the IMD Festival. Slot Pixel sent me some photos from the festival in, I can't remember what it was it Barcelona? Honestly can't remember. So I made a quick news bulletin on that. Some really cool cars coming, especially the 124 scale, old school, like old school F1 cars by Scalextric. Scalextric, Scale Auto. Let's get around this corner and then I'll read some of the commies. All right, just coming around the corner, just making sure that that's pressed up nicely. Let me just move this around here so you can see that a bit better, like so. And then once the braid's done, I'll be able to move the track into its final position, which will be where the Scalextric track is, because I've got that's the home this is going to stay in, so I have to make some room for that, and then we'll rebuild a track again, because as soon as this one's done, we're going to get stuck into the Scale Auto. While the iron is hot, and whilst we're getting, timing and power supplies, and everything's sort of happening on the wood router track, I might as well double up and just start doing it for the other one. And I will share the design of the track. It's massive. I don't know if it's going to fit. I don't know if it's going to fit. Let me just do this up to the phone, and then I'll see if there's any more comments. I know the chat's a bit light on today, but cheers everyone who has tuned in. I mean, I don't know anyone who wants to watch someone lay braid. It's going to be crazy. Crazy. Actually, I want to show you guys something. You might not have seen this before. Could be interesting. Let me show you something. Have you guys ever seen our football before? So this is the game that we play. This is Australian rules footy. There's only 16 in the chat, so I wonder if you guys have seen this before. Let me have a quick look. AFX might be a good choice for not much space. I've got some space, but not too much that I can make. Looked at this. could be interesting. AFX, yeah, AFX is definitely. I mean, don't sleep on any scale. Depending on how much fun you want to have, AFX is great. Also, Carrera Go, that's their biggest seller. I still believe we should have more Carrera Go race cars, like proper. I'm going to say it, hobbyist cars that you can tune. Let me just rip this tail off. All right, we're moving along. Let me just move these cars out of the way. We are moving and grooving. I'm actually getting some messages whilst I'm talking to you guys. I'm getting some photos sent to me. Hope they're friendly. Right. So after I lay these greens down, I will use a spoon to push them down evenly. You just run the back of the spoon over them so you sort of seat them better. And then I've probably have to run a file again through the guts of the slot just to get all those, high paint spots. It's not always perfect when you paint. Let's move you down again. We are flying. So tonight we will have all lanes done, which is exciting. I think this build's come along pretty quick. The next hard thing will be doing all the timing, drilling the holes for the sensors, putting the gantry in, the timing system. I guess that's just adding a computer and lights, but we'll see how we go with all that. Adding cameras to the track so I can actually use them on multiple tracks. Well, lots to do still, but the main thing is we want to go racing. We want to go racing. All right, going around the corner. We'll get up and under the bridge. All right, got to turn you guys around again because we're about to fly around this corner. Once you get going, it's really easy to get carried away and just keep going with it. I'm going to run some LED lights. So I've found this USB hub that's going to power the cameras and then power all the USB lighting. So I do want to light up the track. So it's almost like some border lighting, if that makes sense, which I think will look good. How I'm going to pull that off, I don't know, because we need 120 meters of LED. Well, not really, actually. It's only going to be, sorry, I lied to you. It's going to be about 20 meters, so 40 times 2, which I want to outline. I want to have some LED strips on the outside so you can actually see the road. It lights it up. And if it would be cool if I can then, if a car comes off, it can choose the color. So orange comes off, the lights go orange, so you know that orange has come off. I mean, it's not a big track, so you'll be able to see it, but I'm just trying to think of stuff outside the box. All right, we're going under. Here we go. For the little intro, just like how we're... Cheers, mate. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate everyone watching. We're down to 12, but I'm going to keep going because I know it's not the best time to do a live because everyone is asleep. A lot of our followers, subscribers, and members are in America/Europe. And if you are in Australia, you're probably half cut now drinking because of Anzac Day. Let me just put you up on the bridge again. Up on the bridge again. And I don't want to lean on the track, but we go into... I've had some really good ideas sent to me. I've got to thank Kim as well. He's got his own, he's got Seagulls Racing Club. I will probably use his idea of putting some fence supports on the outside of the track so we can then, I'm going to staple the fence to the MDF on the outside, not onto the track, sorry, on the outside of the borders, because we do need to put some borders up. And then if you have a channel, if you have a business, slot car related, please send me some stickers. We get that all around the track. I want to represent as many stuff as I can, brands and that around the track. It is a communal slot car track. I think Frank would like that. He's donated it to the channel to be a homage to the slot car world, so we need to do that. All right, I'll just do this little stretch here, then I'll move you legends. But we are moving along. We are moving. Oh, look, we've got Maggie. Hold on. Maggie's on my camera. As you can see, we always have a visitor. Now she's on my camera. See? Let's go say hello to Maggie. I think she just turned the camera off. Hello, Maggie. This is what I've got to deal with. Hello, mate. You hungry? See? You hungry? Want to come down? Come on. Yep. Okay. I think she turned the camera off. She did. Well, let's keep going. I'll put you up here. So Maggie's very hungry. I think she wants some food. The old... All right, let's go uphill. Now I'm trying to think which way I like the track the best. I think, was it going downhill? Yeah, going downhill so far is my favourable way of this track. Really cool. It's really fast. It's a quick track. So once you get it down pat, I think there's going to be some really quick times happening. Really quick times. And I can't remember, someone on Facebook today, one of the groups shared his progress shots over a couple of years of his slot car track from just the table to the wood routed, and I love it. I'm going to share it on the news this week, I think. It's such an epic shot. Oh, let me get out of there. Let me just move you guys. I'll have a quick look at the chat. What's going on? Nice, I've got to go. If we get a vote... Yeah, Nath, I think the members can choose. Oh, thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, man. Let's face it, it's all... Oh, here she is. Look. What are you doing? She's going to poo on the track. Luckily, we had a gloss coating. So Maggie's very interested in me lately. She will poo on the track, but it wipes off, thank God. What do you want, Maggie? She's really hungry. No, she's going now. She's going. Let's get this uphill. And I also want to do a lot of shorts on this. I think YouTube shorts on this track with the lighting, the scenery. I think with the scenery, I'm going to use some expand foam. So I'm going to try and maybe in some of these gaps down here, do expand foam. So we've got a lot of texture. I don't want to go too heavy on, well, there's not really much spots to put scenery itself. I mean, we can, but we've got a marshal as well. So it's most of the scenery is going to be in the middle of the track. I think we'll have maybe a light tower here. That'd be cool. Or even, no, I think we'll have like a camera. Maybe we'll get a turntable with a cameraman on it. We'll figure out something. But again, the good thing about this is you can always change it. You can change your scenery. You know, you just got to cut it all away and start again, but you can change it. It's exciting. But it's made the slot car shed, the slot shed look incredible. 21, welcome back, everyone. If we get the vote, yes, sorry, I did read that. Yes, you can vote. I'll let the members vote. I will be naming some of the corners. There's been some brands that actually reached out and said, and shops and that, can we support you by, adding something to the track, as in, I did get an offer from a brand to buy the power supplies, but I already had an anonymous follower who said, Trav, can I do it? And I'm like, okay. I wasn't, I'm very, thank you for that. So I think some of the brands will have to think of something else. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we can do, but I do want to name some of the corners to support some people and support brands, and if they want their name on the corner or whatever, I think it's just a good way to help support the channel. All the funding goes straight back into the channel. All the YouTube revenue, whatever we do make, goes straight back in the channel. I'm trying to make this place epic. And then share it. Share it, man. Share it. Share the fun. Host racing. Get some good cameras. Bring it to the world. I'd love to make Australia, which it already is, but put it really on the map for the best place for slot car racing. I want that. I want that for our country. I want that for the world. Get some of the brands down here to come and visit us. Open up a Australian slot car festival. That'd be sick. Sick, man. All right. Ooh, gotta watch those splinters. All right, we're moving on to the back straight. This is where we're going to really bring it on home, and then we'll do some testing. And then later on, I'll do the orange after dinner. The Maggies are having a good old fight out there. Oh, my fingers are getting a bit sore because I'm getting little bites from the Magna Braid. So even, I mean, I'm going to grab the camera and show you. Even in here, I don't know if you can see, but you get little welts. That's where the paint has stuck to some of the dry burbs, or whatever you call them. So I've got to sand that back for sure, because some guides, the Slotted guide specifically doesn't like that. You can hear it click, like it's on a Scalextric track. Really slows the car down, where the Revo one just powered through. It's like, rrr. But that's okay. We'll sort all that out. But I love this, and you guys can see it in the camera, this section here. Now, coming this way on the yellow, really tricky through here. If you go too fast, you actually end up on this side of the track. That's why the border's got to go in. But if you actually brake at the right time, it kicks out a little bit, tail out, and then around you go. So, woo, 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 woo. Right. Let's feed some of this. So I should actually let everyone know, I was meant to get an AFX Super International track sent to me. And as people know, I'm doing a lot of work with AFX. They supply as much product as they can for me to review when they can, new stuff that is. But I also did a deal with them. If they send me an AFX Super International set, once a week or once a fortnight, whatever it may be, or once a month, whatever the deal we can make out, is I will build one of those tracks out of the catalogue. There's a catalogue that comes with it. I think there's 18 international tracks you can build, just to show people the diversity of that set. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We've got the new F1 cars, and then any new, hey, Maggies, you can see them fighting out there. Any new product that they send car-wise or whatever, we can then test it on that Super International. So we'll build that up for, there'll be a dedicated table for AFX. So that's going to be a fun project. And that'll be changing all the time. And that's probably the track that I'll host some of the racing for the Melbourne AFX Club. I'll try and get a table that I can take with me. I mean, it's not the best and biggest track, but it's good. And it gives the HO a little bit of a plug too. All right, we're going down. We're going down. We're about to hit the last bend, and then it's pretty much home straight. And then let's plug up some power. Let's have some fun. Let's do some yellow testing. Watch me smash. Yeah. Actually, I'll get the NSR car. I haven't tried the ASV, which is the Aston Martin, the one I raced on the weekend. I want to see how that goes on this track. We're not going to clean the surface because I've still got to lay braid later on. So let's just get this around the corner, and then we'll do some hot laps. I actually want to try green, but I haven't got the slot ready for that yet. I think it would be a unfair testing for green if I could probably stick the braid through and do it, but I don't want to rush it. We'll do yellow. Yellow's my testing at the moment. So this is a little bit light on, but before that, I'm just going to run a spoon around the track just to make sure that we've got it seated nicely on the wood. Did the slotty you ran today have the big wood guide? I can't remember, Dave. Do you put the wood guide on the Revo? They used, yeah, no, I haven't. Yes, of course, I got the wood guide. I have yet to do that. I will need to because it is a small guide, the one that comes with it. But in saying that, the Revo slots guide, it's big, but it's not that big. But no, I haven't done. I've done no modifications to any of the cars. It's pretty much out of the box onto the track to test the surface. I haven't even taped the wheels, which I probably should. give the wheels a clean because they get dirty pretty quickly. We're almost there. It's testing time. Almost there. We're almost there. Whew. Soldiering on. Soldiering on. Me and Frankie boy had a chat on the phone today because he was watching the live and he was pretty excited that the track's coming along nicely. And he's like, Trav, I wish I lived nearby. I want to come and help you. I said, I know. I know, Frankie boy. I've actually had a heap of people reach out. Trav, if I was closer, and I believe it too. It is a fun, it's a fun pastime. I think this part of it's some of the funnest stuff you do in the slot car world. All right, let's move that. Let's move that. Let's just step that back a bit. Let's run. Let's run it. My hands on the floor. We're almost there. Now, keep in mind the power supply from Carrera is 14.4, but it's not really suited to run alligator clips from it to the track itself. So you'll probably see that it's not the true speed of the cars. They are going to be quicker in the future, but it's good enough for me to do some testing. And also, because I've got the digital function on the axle box, I can have a ghost car running around too whilst I'm doing the news or something. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It was a bit too far across. All right, here we come. Here he comes. Here comes Speed Racer. Oh, did you all watch Electric Dreams' new interview with Chip Ganassi? Bloody hell, they got some legends going there. Freaking, how do you compete with that? They do such a good job. Chip Ganassi loves his slot car. It's amazing how many slot car, literal race drivers and team owners love slot cars. Oh, what are you doing, Trav? Right, let's just cut this on an angle quickly. Nice and slow. There's a nice little biting point there. Just make sure we get it right. Right, so these obviously aren't ready to go. We're not going to use green. So let me just rip that off. Let's clean the track. Plug some power in. Oh, let's do the spoon first. Sorry, I lied. We need to do the spoon first. Let me just go around with the spoon. Pretty much just pushing it down. Finger in the spoon. I know you probably can't see it now because I'm too far away. Just a teaspoon. It just seats it in nicely. Dave's like, I told him that. And guess what? He did. You're the best, Dave. You're the best around. Once I do some spooning, let's get the spooning done. And then, watch me trash some cars. Yeah. Trash them. Trash them, Trav. This spoon trick is epic though, because the teaspoon just sits in between them perfectly and just flattens out the braid nicely. Give it the once over. Here we come. A little bit of traction. Just pushing it down into the slot. I'm coming around, guys. I'm about to come back into shot. And this will get us a nice green, smooth surface. So all I'm doing is, and I'll come quickly show you, finger in the spoon like this, and just pushing down. It covers both of them, so it puts applied pressure. We won't go too far there because I don't want to upset. Let's leave these here for now because I just got to finish this bottom section. You can hear it go crackling. When you hear it crackle, you know it's been pushed in the spot. All right, that's enough of that. Let's do some testing. I'm going to put the gantry here so we can go smashing through the gantry. I was going to quickly grab the power supply. The late night legend, Richie Strange, only the slotty. Yeah, only the slot. All my recent reverse slot purchases have 2 guides supplied. Did the slot you ran today? Yeah, the reverse slot does have 2 guides. I'm only using the one. Just going to plug this in. Just want to make sure I get it the right way around. and I'll show you what I'm doing in a tick. This is just so I can get some testing done on the actual track itself. I don't know which way this is running. And if you get better gauge wire alligator clips, they'll carry the power better, but these are real cheap. And then I'm going to slide that in there like so. Of course, it's not going to live here. Because we're using yellow, I just need the yellow free. Where's my power? Oh, there you are. We'll feed that up and under. Very professional. Got the axle box kicking in there. This can go around here. That can go there. In we go. Beep, beep, beep. Let me just quickly fix some yellow. Oh, don't do that. Scared the hell out of me. Just going to quickly fix some yellow braid, and then we'll do some hot laps. Hot laps, baby! I know we don't have any borders up. Please don't shoot me, everyone. It's all in the name of fun. Trav, you got no borders. I know. But we want to have fun. Oh, guess who's coming to watch? Good old bloody... What's his name? What's her name? Maggie. Just coming around the top. That should be enough for the yellow. Okay, so let me just see which way yellow's going first. I want to move this. I'm going to put you guys on a bigger pedestal. So I can see the track better. Hey, Maggie. You guys come with me. Come with me. Come with me if you want to live. See what happens when you do braid for 3 days straight? You start going crazy. And I'm going to link you guys up on this big sucker. Like a so, like a this. I'm going to put you... Oops, sorry about the camera, guys. I'm trying not to make anyone feel sick. Oh, no, we don't want to zoom in. Let's zoom back out. All right, let's set this up. Hopefully you can see it enough. Probably can't. Damn it. See if I can go any higher for you. No, that's as high as I can go with this one. So what can I do there? That's a shame. Why isn't it? Can't I go any higher? Sorry, legends. I'm just trying to think of a way to give you guys a better view. Okay, that's going to have to do for now, unfortunately. So I'd love to put you up like that, but because it's portrait, I can't show you the whole track. Oh, let's just do that. Yeah, that's all right. At least you can kind of see. All right, let's do some laps. Let's make sure the power's all good. Beep, beep. Which car do we have? Let's go Revo slot. I don't know which way the track's going. So let's just quickly do a... Oh, hey! So remember, the track is cold, not rub it in, and the tyres aren't rub it in. And we are running magless Revo, of course. This corner's a doozy. Little hop there, round the bend, down the straight, into the corner. Oh, I love that spot there. Around the bend. Oh my God. I love that corner. Oh, don't bite. Hey, so that's the Revo. That's the Revo slot. Now, I'm going to try, I don't know if what you guys can see, but around this corner, and just as we hit here, it goes up, down, and around. And then this is cool through here. Oh, I love that part. And the controller is going dead, so you'll see it drop out of power. That's the Carrera controller, not the track. Ah! And we've smashed our Revo. But that's okay. Oh, no! Any damage? No damage. Look at that. We already lost their mirrors on the weekend. Can you guys see that? That's a good layout. Nice work. Yeah, Frank's done a good job. I'm just trying to get the whole track in. I can't. I don't know why I can't. Revo down, Revo down. Let me get you some chairs. I want you guys to see the whole entire track so I can talk you through it. And that's unfair if I can't show you. So give me 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to jack you guys up in the air so you can see it. Oh, no, I actually have broken it. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, well, I guess that's... I'll have to glue it. I'll have to fix it up. I've broken a Revo. I didn't even notice that. The wings come off. And I'm a collector, so it's a pain in the bum. All right, so I'm just going to get you guys dragged back here. Of course, once the cameras are in, we'll get better footage. Just can't. I'm just trying to find the sweet spot. Bear with me, legends. Bear with me. And we've got some damage to a Revo as well. I've actually damaged it. I'm not happy with myself because it's a brand new Revo. Okay, let's just leave it like that. That's probably the best you're going to get. And we have damaged the Revo. No. Oh, it's really bad. We can fix it. No, we can't because we've lost the... Can we fix it? Oh, we can fix it. It's okay. We've just lost the wing. It's all right. We'll fix it. I'm going to use him anyways because we've already done some damage. I should be able to drive it behind the camera and talk you through it. So this section here is good. Really quick through. You've got to be careful through here. This is the whoopsie-doozy right there. Real tricky. Then we go around the bend, onto the straight. Let it flow around, up the hill. Whoopsie-doozy. Oh! But I'll now show you the other way. Let's go the other way and you'll see how much of a different track it is. And it's simply just by swapping around the negative and positive as I get electrocuted live on TV. So let's just switch that around. And of course, we're going to have proper power supply, legends. Everything's going to be done the right way. But this is just to test each track to make sure we've got what we need. So now down, this is now trickier. This bend here, the bottom bend is now incredible. Uphill, oh, that's tricky. Uphill is tricky. Let's move this so I don't damage anymore. Uphill is tricky. Let's go around the bend. Oh, I like that. Around the bend. Around the corner. Watch the bend. Oh! Give the berries around the back. Up the hill, sharp corner, whoopsie-doozies, there we go. Nice little corner here. Anymore. Now let's get out of Carrera. Oh, let me show you the slot it. We are running the Carrera guide on this, sorry. I might be too loose actually. Let me just quickly. Hold on. Oh, we're going the other way. I forgot. You can actually hear it go judder judder. It's quick, but that's the controller running out of battery. It handles all right, but you actually hear the guide going through, and there you go. It pushes itself out because this guide is being the bigger one, is pushing itself out of the slot. Let me quickly see if there's any questions. Glued my Revo wing very nearly the other Saturday, but back in the front. Unfortunately, noticed the glue set. Long story. Really like that. That downhill section is awesome. That camera view is awesome. It's only my phone, guys. There will be proper camera. I know, that's so sad. We can see most of it. Okay, cool. Revo down. Oh, I'm going to try quickly a Carrera, and then I want to try an SRC because I think this will be a really good rally car as well. Now, I've got to... I don't think these ones are ready to go. Oh, Maggie comes flying in. So these are actually having a bit of issue with the power. I don't know why. I think I've got to set... For some reason, it's not liking the track. 1, 2, 3. Take it off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that should be going. There we go. So this has got magnets, so it's going to be a lot faster around the corners. As you can see, really fast for a Carrera car. And then this is running out of batteries, so it doesn't like, I'll get close, it'll take off. It's not happy with the controller because we are running out of batteries. Let's give that a quick little tug. No. Yeah, so that needs enough power in my controller, and the Carrera car is not happy. So this is magnet. Remember, we're running magnet braid. So this car is running a magnet, and she's not happy. She ain't happy, man. That's okay. Next, I want to try, let's go get a Scalextric car. Oh, no, I want to try the NSR. Do I want to try the NSR? Am I going to damage it? Am I going to damage it? Let's just do it anyways. You guys are here to watch. Let's just do it. So I want to try the NSR, which I raced on the weekend. This is a really fast car. I will take it easy because we've got no borders. I think this is the one I raced on the weekend. Yep, definitely was. It's such a quick car. It handles so... Oh! It's too quick. So let's go uphill, around the bend. That bend is scary. There's no borders on it. Of course, I'm not giving it the berries. I'm just feathering it. What a beautiful track, though. Flows so nice. That bottom edge is slightly cambered. That back edge is slightly cambered. Uphill. Now let's try this one downhill. Backwards. The backwards man. So let's quickly put this backwards so we can go downhill. And I might wrap it up just so I don't break anything. I'm getting a bit too excited now. Let's just go. Okay, there we go. Now we're going downhill. I like this way so much better though. I'm just going slow here because it will jot off. But as you can see, the Carrera cars aren't happy with the power from the actual controller itself, where other brands are loving it. But what a beautiful track. Downhill, around the bend. So that's the NSR. I want to try quickly an SRC, which I believe I have one for. Oh, actually, let's try the pendle slot. This one won't go too well because it is going to be... Am I going the wrong way again? So this is the pendle slot kit. Actually, this would be a good class on here. Oh. Oh. Go, son, go. Oh, yes, we got it. Oh. Oh, this is going to be a good class. Get yourself a pendle slot sprint car. Oh, go, go, go. Oh, we've rolled it. Luckily, it's 3D printed, so that's okay. So that's actually a really good class. I'm going to do that again. That was a lot of fun. Remember, the tyres haven't been trued. You know, this is a 3D printed car that I've put together with some slotted internals. This is I shouldn't be driving it. It's actually a proto. So it's a V1 of the actual car itself. So I probably shouldn't be... Am I going the wrong way again? I think I am. Here we go. Love it. Let's go. Oh, what a cool car. And I'm not going very fast. I'm just doing enough so we get the trigger down. Oh, tail happy. And we've rolled it in the same spot. So there you go. There is the pendle. Where am I going? I want to get an SRC before we jump off because they're four-wheel drive. Or should I go the Scale Auto? Can you let me know in the comments? Should I go the Scale Auto Evo or should I get an SRC? Maybe we'll go the... No, let me have a quick look. Let me have a quick look. Because I wouldn't mind trying... Where is the SRC? I don't think it's here. Handy. Where are we? No, I don't have it handy. No. I'll see if I've got an SRC car ready to go, and then we'll wrap up the live. Wrap up the live. Do we have SRC floating around? I think we do. That's a rear-wheel drive. Okay. I lied. I said I was going to give you guys a four-wheel drive test. Let's try the 918. Which way are we going? It's going to be slippery as hell. So SRC don't run magnets, which I love. Let me have a quick look. 24. My car is faster. Where's the Bathurst track? WRX. No crash barriers either. Not yet. Trim the guide. Glue my Revo. All right, let's just try the SRC Porsche. This is going to be tail happy. I love SRC. They're such a cool car. Oh, as I say that, we roll it. And there you go. That is the yellow. I'll do a quick couple more laps and then we'll finish it up. That is the yellow lane. Green's now finished. We will sort out green very soon. But what a cool track. That little whoopsie-doozy there into the sharp corner. I think the grip level on the track is really good. And we've used multiple different tyres here. Oh, just carries that corner nicely. Into the bend, up the hill. Little whoopsie-doo around the corner. All right, let's bring it on home. Oh, sideways. Let's leave it there. So there we go. That is the track. Yellow's done. Green has been laid. I will finish the green off tonight. I'll also get the orange done. I'm going to quickly take you guys off of this so we can say goodbye. Didn't want to paint a fluoro pit lane. I don't think I have a pit lane. I won't have a pit lane. So that's a track, guys. Thank you very much. We have now, let me quickly turn this around for you. So we have, obviously, yellow is running perfectly. I do need to run a file in the guts just to make sure it's that much smoother. Green is now done. I haven't connected it down underneath yet. Of course, I'll do the same with the yellow. Tonight, we'll be doing the orange, finishing that off. I'll have it the same as the green, and I'll probably finish them off tomorrow. And then the power supply should be here in the next week or so. Power supply up. It will be better once we've got controllers plugged in that I can actually control the braking. Then we can really test the track. But quick, simple way to do it. We've had a couple of cars. But cheers, Levins. Cheers, Levins. Cheers, Legends. Thanks for watching. What can I say? We're moving along quick. A lot quicker than I thought. But be safe. Take care. Have a great weekend. Happy Anzac Day to the Australians and the New Zealanders. And I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Boop. And boop.